Hello, Qembek here. Some time ago I made videos about opening coin purses with crates. I would continue to do so, but I already know that there's no point in opening coin purses. I'm an enemy of opening coin purses. When I see someone opening, hello Eileen, opening coin purses, I get angry, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you what you can expect from ancestral crates, and I'm going to calculate potential profit for someone who has no larceny proficiency for every type of server we have. Let's start the opening right now and I will tell you about those servers a bit more. Currently in the game we have 4 types of servers, 2 for each region. For EU we have 1 fresh start auction house cluster, we have 1 legacy cluster. Same goes for NA, so that's what I'm going to calculate after we finish opening. Okay, so there we are done with opening of those ancestral crates, and what did we get? We've got glowing prism, mysterious garden powder and lunarites. Not so many of those compared to archeum tree saplings and regrade braziers. We have few hundred of those. For someone who hasn't got any proficiency, larceny proficiency, that's 8,000 labor. And what do we've got? Well, let's start with EU fresh start. It seems like I would get around 8.64 silver per labor point spent. It was really time consuming to gather up those crates. I don't feel like it's rewarding for me if I'm going to get only around 9 silver per labor, but still remember this is only for those who do not have larceny proficiency. In my case I had 50k larceny proficiency and it allows me to make 10 silver per labor, which looks a bit better. If this would be EU legacy, then I would be able to make more money because mysterious garden powder is still valuable item. It sells for around 5 golds each. So my final calculation shows me that I would receive around 13 silver per labor point spent, which is much better than EU fresh start, but I wouldn't say it's overwhelming. It's something that you should, stop doing whatever you are doing and go grab those ancestral crates. No, it doesn't look impressive. For NA fresh start we have similar situation as we had in case of EU fresh start, but mysterious garden powder is more expensive here. In this case, on NA fresh start I would make 12 silver per labor point spent. That's not bad, but it's still not impressive. And if you are on NA legacy, this method is the best out of every server for you, because you are able to pull out almost 17 silver per labor point spent. That's because mysterious garden powder is extremely valuable still on the server. It's almost 8 gold each. It was more expensive, but the price dropped to around 8 gold and stays there. So on this server, on this cluster, we would get 17 silver per labor point spent. That's pretty decent, but still remember this is time consuming and we are calculating this silver per labor ratio for someone who hasn't got any larceny proficiency. So if you had more, you can get more silver per labor. You could easily get above 20 silver per labor if you are on NA legacy. So yes, those are my results, and remember that this is only a part of those drops that you are getting there. In Whalesome Harbor or Aegis Island, you also farm cursed armor scraps and you also farm acid gobbets. If you combine 200 of those to create a special item, this item will be tradable and probably worth shit tons of gold. So you could assume that on the long run, farming crates is something that you are doing on a side. Your main goal, if your main goal is farming acid gobbet or farming cursed armor scraps, then well, everything that you get from those crates will be a pretty interesting bonus if you decide to open it. And if you decide to open it, I think it will be worth. So that's it from me, guys. If you liked the video, remember, hit the like button and subscribe if you didn't yet. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.